So it's finally here. YouTube title A/B testing is now available inside your YouTube studio. But this does come with a bit of a caveat. If you implement this incorrectly, it might have a negative effect on your channel rather than a positive effect. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the combination of title and thumbnail A/B testing. In order to showcase what I mean by this, I'm going to dive over into my YouTube studio and walk you through the entire process that I recommend you initiate today. Okay, so here I am inside my YouTube studio and I've just selected one of my videos that I've done here. This is all about the YouTube Studio Editor. So how to edit videos with the YouTube Studio Editor. Now, most recently, YouTube has released their thumbnail A/B testing. Up until that point, you had to have a third-party tool connect to your YouTube studio to test A, B, or C split tests in terms of thumbnails, and they could test with titles as well. But now YouTube have gone native with their YouTube studio in terms of thumbnail A/B testing and title A/B testing as of day of this taping. So if you were just to highlight over your thumbnail and just click A/B testing, it's going to take you through to the thumbnails only A/B testing. So you've got up to 3 thumbnails that you can test using this actual function. Now, I've been doing this a few times just by using the native YouTube Studio function. And the idea is to get 3 different thumbnails, put them up here. And then if your channel is getting enough traffic, if it's getting enough views, then it's going to divide up your audience segment and then showcase the same percentage of thumbnails to that audience. So say if you had 3 thumbnails, you could do this with 2. So if you had 2 thumbnails, it would just send thumbnail 1 to 50% of your audience and thumbnail 2 to the other 50%. If you have 3 thumbnails, it's going to send it a third. So it's up to you how many thumbnails you test. It might be a good idea just to start off testing 2 thumbnails if you have a very different thumbnail approach. But you might as well test 3 just to see if there's anything that your audience is going to respond well with. Now, how does YouTube know which thumbnail to go with? It's not just the click-through rate. This is the amount of watch time, because YouTube's currency is all about watch time. So it's going to take into account click-through rate, but it's the amount of watch time that that thumbnail is attributed to. Now, what we have is if you go to any of your titles, then there is A/B testing now involved with your titles. So it's just going to take you straight through to the same place, but just in a different tab. So this is the thumbnails only, and this is the title only. So for the title only, what I would probably do is I would take your original title, maybe keep your original title in and get 2 additional variations for your title. So for an example of that, I would probably just go into Gemini Gems, and I've created this Gemini Gem all about titles. So I've put in here, give me 2 more variations to test this title. So how to edit videos with the YouTube Studio Editor. The main keyword, I always give the main keyword, is YouTube Studio Editor. So it's come back and it said, it's given me 2 extra titles. So YouTube Studio Editor, the fastest way to edit videos, and then YouTube Studio Editor Tutorial, trim, cut, and simplify. So if you liked these, or if you wanted to test these, all you have to do is copy these in here and then just paste them into title number 2 and title number 3. So I always say, you don't really know which one's going to perform. Let the marketplace tell you which one's going to perform the best. So you can actually put 3 different titles in and click set test. Now, if your channel is actually getting enough traffic and eyeballs, it's going to give you a result. And it may take days, it may take weeks. It all depends on the amount of traffic, the volume that your channel is getting. But if it's not getting that much at all, it may come back and say incomplete data. So just go with the one that you think looks and feels the best. But for the thumbnails, then you can do exactly the same thing, thumbnails only. And I would probably go into something like Canva. And if you're designing your thumbnails in Canva, you can build out a couple more in this style. And I would probably say, try and get something that is quite a bit different to this example here. I'd probably get something vastly different so you can see if YouTube is picking up on that different look and feel. So all you need to do is add thumbnails in here. Again, you can add 1, 2, or 3. And if you're going to do A/B testing, it needs to be 2 or 3. But my word of warning is probably don't use the title and the thumbnail, because this is two variants, right? You're testing the titles, but you're also testing the thumbnails. So either test the title or 3 titles and keep the thumbnails the same, or test the thumbnails but keep the titles the same. So don't test 3 different titles and 3 different thumbnails, because if you come back with a standout winner, because you've tested 2 variables in each one, you don't know if it's the actual thumbnail that's done the best or it's the title that's done the best. So my advice to you is title only or thumbnail only. Do not use the title and the thumbnail function. So with that being said, I think it's always a good idea to be split testing or A/B testing. And I would always say test your titles in up to 3 different variations. And then if you're gonna get a winner from one of those titles, then test that winning title with 3 different thumbnails. Or if you do it the other way around, testing 3 different thumbnails and you found an outlier that's a winner, then test that thumbnail with 3 different titles. But only do it that way around so you've got the fidelity of which one is actually making the impact. But if you're still struggling to get traffic to each video and you're still trying to earn your first 1,000 subscribers on this platform, then I've got a special gift for you. I've got a free guide. It's called my free Jumpstart YouTube guide. This is exactly what I would do to try and get to my first 1,000 subscribers. All you need to do is head to timpeakman.com/YouTube and download your Jumpstart guide today and take action. Have a look and see what steps that I would put in place to actually get your first 1,000 subscribers. And a lot of the responses I give to some of these questions about YouTube is you honestly don't know until the marketplace responds. So test, be more like a scientist, adjust as you go, and you're going to focus in on what works and less of what doesn't. That link once more, timpeakman.com/YouTube. Hopefully you found value in this video, and I'll see you on the next one real soon.